Good evening, everyone. Curious bystander of protagonist here, and welcome to another leadership lessons in Final Fantasy XIV. Almost had a slip into Final Fantasy 15 there. This is not 15, it is the MMO. In fact, we may do a leadership lessons in 15, but we're a ways off from that. Anywho, as I preface every evening, you can get all sorts of fun and useful leadership information and materials, tools, reminders, etc. at my website on the screen here. I'm not going to go too much into that. I am a professional leadership coach and consultant, helped all different kinds of companies and professionals learn to lead more effectively and be the hero their team and life deserves. So without further ado, why don't we switch to the game here? We left off in front of Minfilia last time. So here we are again. These are kind of the post-main quests for A Realm Reborn. We are moving, if you weren't here for the last stream, to from Vesper Bay to Mordona, which is a pretty cool city, actually. It is that time of night. I am getting the reflection off of the buildings to my left because the sun is setting. Anyways, bask in my brilliance. All right. The time has come at last to leave Vesper Bay, and Minfilia would apprise you of the final details of the move. Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are, at long last, ready to bid farewell to Vesper Bay. So as to avoid drawing undue attention, we shall make the journey to Revenant's Toll in small groups, departing at irregular intervals. Lest you doubt, it is still my intention to conduct future operations openly, but on this particular occasion the need for caution overrides all other concerns. To move north as one ponderous caravan would only serve to invite attack. It's true. It seemed only right that I should be the last to leave, and I would have you remain with me until the end, Curious. Well, okay, since you asked so nicely. Upon my departure, the Waking Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premises will be given into the care of Urianger. I had thought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant, and I had not the heart to disagree. These walls have borne witness to some of the brightest and darkest moments in our order's history. Mayhap it is best that we do not forsake them entirely. Urianger shall remain here and devote his energies to studying the nature of primals. By the grace of the 12, he will one day discover the permanent solution that we have sought for so long. Of course, he will not be alone. Alisai shall continue to work closely with him as well. Should they require our assistance, I have their assurances that they will not hesitate to contact us. Speaking of Urianger, would you inquire of him if any tasks remain undone? I cannot escape the feeling that I have forgotten something. Something important. I can go talk to Urianger. I like Urianger. He's a groovy dude. Leave the solar? Why, yes. Yeah, moving in any capacity, whether it's a personal capacity or a professional capacity, is a big deal. There's a lot to bear in mind. There's a lot to communicate and coordinate through that communication. It's very important. I'd say communication is probably the most important piece of a move in terms of making sure that everything goes smoothly. Thou art ever welcome, Curious, but I require no assistance. Pray take thy leave unburdened by concern for my well-being. Verily, thy countenance bespeaks a desire to quit this place without further delay. Mayhap thou thinkest this chapter of our tale concluded, that these halls should rightly be consigned to the annals of history? In man's eagerness to seize the future, how readily he doth set down the past. Full many a proud pioneer hath bravely stridden into the great unknown, only to find there the banner of his ancestor, faded by the eons. And still man glorieth in his discoveries. 'Tis though his pride that wisdom doth ever give way to ignorance, while they who lurk in shadow remain hidden, lost no sooner than they are found. Be not offended, Curious. Thy conduct hath ever been beyond reproach. Despite thy surpassing strength, and all thy many victories, thou hast never been so convinced of thine own greatness as to imagine thyself above the failings of thy forebears. Perhaps it is the echo which hath opened thine eyes to the lessons of history. Would that the same could be said of... Cutscene! Ah! Whence came that cry? The solar, 12 for Fend, the antecedent! Uh-oh. That's not good. Curious, you must... Speak with the crystal, apparently. Tell me, Louisoix, would you have done the same? Louisoix Levelure was a remarkable man, wise beyond measure. Would that I had met him prior to his passing. Oh, Ascians. An Ascian here? How? How readily you see. You are indeed gifted antecedent. But you are not like the others. Your robes... Gifted, but ignorant. Yet I shall not judge you harshly. The fault lies with your forebears. It has been millennia. Mine are the robes of an emissary. Unlike he who came before, I have no quarrel with you. He who... You speak of La Habrea. La Habrea is a warrior. He fought. He fell. He may yet learn from his mistakes. Then he is still... Come, I only confirm that which you already knew. There is no cessation, no oblivion, only expulsion. You, what are... Ready when you are, my lady, if there's nothing else. Is something the matter? I feel the same way. After everything that's happened here, it feels strange to leave, but I'm sure we'll get used to Revenant's toll. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Take as long as you like, my lady. We shall depart whenever you're ready. It is only to be expected. She lacks the gift and the knowledge both. To her, we are indistinct. I do not understand. Shadowless, fleshless, formless. What truth there is in each tale is diluted by time and telling. Knowledge dictates expectation, and expectation colors perception. Thus did she perceive not. So it is all. So it is with all but a chosen few. Even you, when young, could not yet see with eyes unclouded. You know nothing about me. Nothing. The gift grants you clarity. It grants you focus. With it, you may, in time, come to see us as we are, rather than this crude approximation. La Habrea did not think so highly of the echo. La Habrea is wrong about a great many things. The echo is indeed a gift, albeit one you have yet to master. And if we did, there would be no strife between our peoples, for we would be of one mind. I leave as I came, in peace, antecedent. May we meet again as friends. Wait! Stay where you are! Mayhap I was indelicate. 'Tis a mercy she shields her children from his grace with such resolve. Was it also by her hand that you survived the ardor, I wonder? And swoosh just in time for me to appear. How theatrical! I take it there is no need to explain. No, I have visions. They tell me to eat pickles sometimes. Save your concern. He did me no lasting harm. Whatever his intention was, it was not to kill. I heard a cry. What happened? Are you all right? You look faint. Do you need to lie down? I could fetch you a flask of my special tonic. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian. Tell them to scour the archives, the forbidden tomes in particular. If there is any reference to an Ascian robed in white, however oblique, I would know of it. An Ascian, my lady? Was that what gave you cause to cry out? I did but moments ago glimpse a figure clad in white set forth from the waking sands. Yet Ascians are wont to employ teleportation magics. Why would one be so brazen? I know not and care not. Find him, curious. Turn every stone in Vesper Bay if you have to. All right. Pray attend me, Tataru. All right, hunting we will go. Hi-ho, Darios and such. Search for the white-robed Ascian. Oakley dokes. All right. Here's a dude. Looks like a white robe. I am told that you are the warrior of light, but I would know for myself. I shall walk north, and you may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will be waylaid if you do. You may even perish. Should you survive, we shall speak anon. Well, this is just good, solid advice for anybody. But, don't follow mysterious strangers off into the darkness, especially if you are a leader of any sort, because other people will see you following the person off into the darkness and will attempt to do so themselves. Probably. Or at least wonder why you're making a bad decision. You are being judged. Well, I can judge just as hard as anyone else. Summoning imps on me, huh? That's not very nice. Oh. All right, well, that's a thing. Follow the white robed Essian. Da 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 da. Oh, and they're gonna force me to fight in here too. Okay. Oh my. That's a thing. All right. Boop. I might die. In fact, I'm certain I'm probably going to die. So I'm going to run away for a second, get out of combat and heal up. And see if he's going to stay there. No. Okay. I'm going to wait until this ticks down, and that'll take the lance charge back. And that way I can probably stand a chance. So that was a last minute executive decision on my part of, oh, things are not going my way. I should leave. And that's an important skill to have, is to understand when you're in over your depth. Even if you are already engaged in something, it's rare that you cannot disengage yourself. All right, let's do this. Boop. There we go. That worked much better. Now I can run through the darkness here. All right. Am I healed up? I am. Things have not cooled down though. Yeah. And this can be taken into a number of different contexts in terms of following the masked stranger is, like, for example, it could be applied to a job interview. If you're not getting the information that you need to make a decision about accepting a specific job that you are interviewing for, and an offer has been made, that should raise some red flags. And vice versa. If you are the one that is doing the hiring and interviewing, if you don't have the information that you need to make the hiring decision, either continue to get the information until you have what you need to make that decision, or don't extend the offer, period. You always have an option, and it's a matter of which option you decide to choose. Okay, let's see. What is this? Oh, you're going to make me fight 2 of those? You're nuts. Nope, 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 nope. I will come back with Callie some other day and be able to survive that fight. As it stands, I had enough trouble with 1. I am not going to attempt to take on 2 by myself. There are other quests in the area I can do. Like Nedrick here. Nedrick has a thing. Ghosts of Amdapor. You don't mind me saying, it seems to me you've been wanting for stimulation of late. Aye, the air of torpor about you is quite palatable. Adventurers are as next of kin to explorers, my friend. Like us, you need regular doses of excitement, else you're likely to shrivel up and die. I would hate to see that happen to you, so I will tell you of a place that will surely set your heart to racing. Amdapor Keep. 'Tis a ruined fortress situated in the South Shroud, dating back to the 5th Astral Era. If the thought of delving into the past sets your loins afire, the keep will surely serve to quench it. The entrance is watched by a wood whaler named Maxine. Give her my name, and she will tell you all you need to know. Okay. Amdapor Keep. So I could go to Quarry Mill and find my way down there. That's probably another dungeon to unlock, which would be good. Continue to expand my options. And yes, I am aware I can fly. It's weird on a motorcycle. Nope. Haha. Here at Nedrick's recommendation, then you must not be without skill. That said, it is my duty to warn you of the dangers that await. This fortress was built by the Amdapori, an ancient people who rose to power upon arcane knowledge. During the heyday of their civilization, they built magnificent structures such as this. Alas, that splendor has long faded into memory, and the keep has become a lair for the Lambs of Dalamud, a doomsday cult. Some of the cultists have even succeeded in summoning Void Scent, and we Wood Whalers welcome capable adventurers who would be willing to keep their numbers in check. Righto. All right. Very good. We have a new dungeon. And that's another thing, too, that I talked about a little bit last time, is if you are finding that you are overwhelmed or things are happening that are beyond your ability to deal with, it doesn't hurt. And there is no shame in asking other people for help. We're collaborative creatures as humans. It's, it only makes sense that we use our powers of collaboration to help each other out. Let's see. What does Balin want? Balin of the Wood Whalers at Quarry Mill seeks an adventurer to help him settle the score with some poachers. Okay. Greetings, adventurer. Perhaps you have heard, but these forests have fallen prey to a band of poachers. They litter the ground with dastardly snares, caring not a whit for the innocents. Small animals and travelers alike, caught in their vile clutches. I am forbidden to leave my post, but perhaps you could scour the area and see to any ghastly steel maws that you encounter. Be careful. The poachers themselves may be lying in ambush, awaiting their prey. Okay. I can do that. Yeah, I need to go this way. Iron leg trap number 1. Bang. All too easy. Iron leg trap number 2. And iron leg trap number 3. Yeah. I walked right into that. Whatever. These guys are way underleveled for me. Oh, dude face, I did the thing. You've done good work today, friend. Still, with that self-styled king of the curl claws running the operational, the poachers are not like to yield easily. No, we must be more vigilant than ever. Thank you for your XPs. Let's take care of all the ground level ones here. Carriage. Ooh. Serveth thy master. Carriage just wants to have some fun. Don't we all? I am the Dark Rider of the Shroud. Ooh. Thou art scaredeth of me, art thou noteth? You're putting too many at the end of your words. If thou art not, thou art a fool. Kneeleth before me, knoweth. I'll play your game. Ah, yes, thou art wise to feareth me, adventurer, but the Dark Rider dost not giveth fools so easilieth. Yeah. If thou wouldst serveth me, thou must doeth mine bidding. Doeth mine bidding, or I shall slayeth you for treason. And insub, not doingeth what thy master telleth you to doeth. The Dark Rider doth desireth 3 Kedwings. Why? It is not thine place to asketh why. 3 Kedwings, not 2, and not 4. Thou had best remembereth well, or I shall haveth your head. Okay. That's a lesson in command. Is regardless of your relation to the people you lead, don't act like a dictator. Be a good person, treat them well, and they will treat you well in kind. Keds, he says. No idea what Keds are, but I will find them. Oh, that's a Ked. All right. Die, foul beastie. Okay, that's 2 Ked wings. Huh? Boop. And back we go. No, no, no. You wild hogs don't get a piece of me. All right, Dark Lord of the Trees, I have done things. The Dark Rider doth desireth Kedwings. Art thou too weak to slayeth mere Keds? No. There you go. Wow, are those really Kedwings? I can't wait to show 'em off to father. Ahem, thou hast proven thy loyalty well. The Dark Rider of the Shroud hereby nameth you his loyal squire, which means you can come play with. That means thou canst serveth me whenever thou likest. Who knew it was so easy to boss around an adventurer? Methinks my spineless dad could learn a thing or two from me. Kid, we adventurers are not that difficult. As long as you follow through with the money, most of us don't really care. Isarmois' hunting efforts have proven less than fruitful of late. All right. And that's another thing to bear in mind as a leader. Compensation. I realize that finance is a touchy subject for most people, and nobody is made out of money. However, in these days of people job hopping, so to speak, every 6 to 12 months because they feel they've gotten what they want out of your position, compensation is a big matter for keeping people around. Not only will it serve you to pay better than the average when and where you can, but to also have non-material benefits, such as programs to improve the knowledge and expertise of your team, certification courses, I said non-material, but to drift into that for a second, free equipment, pay for their home office desk or something, help them out. People appreciate being appreciated and will in turn appreciate you back. That's a good way to keep people. Unlike these people who are like, hey, I'll give you a pair of leather gloves to go risk your life for me in the forest. Yeah, that's not how to build loyalty. All right, Isamois. Another day on the hunt and naught but antelope meat to show for it. Personally, I don't mind the stuff, as stringy and grisly as it may be, but just once I'd like to treat my dear wife and children to a real feast. The wild hogs in these parts look to have some good flesh on them, but I fear those tusks would tear a humble hunter like myself to pieces. Would you be so kind as to bag 5 of them in my stead? 5 of them? How big is your flippin' family? You say they seem to have good flesh on them. However, yeah, that's what I was talking about, the flying thing. Flying motorcycle. Weird. All right. Boop. What is this? I haven't seen this before. Okay, that's interesting. No. You don't get to do that. Oop, I'm not on my WASD keys. There's 5. Okay. Yeah, and I mean, if you've got the time and the energy to help out people on your team, regardless of how they might rank, it can pay to spend the 10 minutes, the half hour, dare I say even an hour or two, depending on what the thing is, to help people out. How far are you on the hunt, adventurer? I got your meat. There you go. Just look at these succulent slices of boar flesh. Why, my mouth waters just looking at them. 1 slice for my wife, 4 for my children. Yes, this will do splendidly. Where's my slice, you say? Ah, antelope meat is good enough for me. Perhaps one day when I'm skilled enough to fell a wild boar on my own, I'll allow myself to indulge. Tortoiseshell scale greaves. Sure. I always wondered what's back here. Not much. Okay. Let's see. That's the lave mate. Got people over here. All right. Daedra. Invite you to live a farmer's life for a day. Okay. Welcome, my friend. Many of your kind come to Quarrymill seeking a respite from the hardships of adventuring. Might you care to put your troubles aside for a day and live the farmer's life? Old Fox is in the orchards to the north, has quite a harvest on his hands this year, and, knowing him, he'd be much obliged for a helping hand. Okay. I can't get out there, but I can get out here. Yeah, lend people a hand when and where you can. It's just the right thing to do. Hey, Fox, what brings an adventure to my humble orchards? Set your sights on sprite apples rather than beastkin today? Well, I, for one, am mighty grateful for that. These bones ain't for climbing as they used to be. I'd be much obliged if you could pick some apples for me. Oh, and you'll want to make sure no creepy crawlies are hiding inside. Ha ha! Indeed. That was in an apple? Wow. Video game magic. What? It's fun doing a little bit something different. Boop. Farewell, Diamite. Dead. D-E-D. Dead. All right. Here you go, Fox. Back so soon. Let's see what you've got in that basket of yours. Tasty looking apples. Why, I'll be. Just the sight of your harvest has me mouth watering. You've an eye for apple picking, my friend. I have a daughter just around your age. What say you settle down here when you've had enough questing for glory? I'll consider it, I guess. 30 minutes, 30 minutes. Take the apple tarts. Yeah. Seeks your aid in giving thanks for the harvest. Via, friend, feast your eyes on this. Why, I've not been blessed with a harvest the likes of this in, well, as long as I can remember. All I've done is the picking. It's the guardians of the forest what brought me the bounty. I'd give thanks myself. But what with these poachers around, I'm like to end up with an arrow through my head. Might you be kind enough to go make the offering in my stead, and on your return bring an apple to Castellane. He's been looking gaunt of late. Okay. This I can do. Yeah, and thanks. Gratitude is something I don't think people give enough credence these days. There's so much to be thankful for, so many small things, they don't even have to be huge. This thing's gonna come alive. They don't even have to be huge things, but just be grateful for the things that you're able to do, the things you're able to have, and the people you get to work with on a daily basis. Casting, Sprite Apple. Okay. That was easy. Although someone's probably likely to bum rush me on the way back, if I had to guess. Oh, Castellate. Brings you to Quarrymill, adventurer. Mayhap you heard that our pact with the elements permits hunting in this area? Do not think that gives you leave to strip the forest bare. I ain't stripping no bears. They're fine with fur on 'em. Sprite Apple, my favorite. However did you know? From Fox, you say? The man is too kind. Why, each scrumptious bite brings me back to days of... forgive me, my friend. There we go. All right. People up here. Fostertoe. Seeks your aid in reclaiming a village from a band of outlaws. Ooh, I'm good at that. Mayhap you've heard the tales, but the place they call Red Belly Hive wasn't always a wretched nest of scum and villery. Ha! Star Wars reference. In the old days, it was a home to a hamlet called Bowbury, where Hure and Elazin alike lived a life of peace. That was before the calamity came and all hells broke loose. Those red belly whoresons moved in when the villagers fled, and they've had their run of the place ever since. Well, we'll have to teach them a lesson now, won't we? It is our hope to win the village back, but the red bellies are no common outlaws. They read our every move from miles away. That's where you come in. What say you enter the wasp's nest and take the sting out of those bastards? Aye, aye, Captain, that's all I got to say. I can do that. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Killing outlaws. It's what I do. Red belly larcener. None of your healing shenanigans now. You look like a good target. And now you're not, because you're dead. You fought well for us today, friend. When Bowbury is reclaimed for our people, you can take pride in knowing that you struck a vital blow. So I'm getting grape purple dye. Okay. Potion of vitality. Potion of vitality. Yes. What about you, Cuthbert? What do you have to say? Seek your aid in recovering a family heirloom. The days before the calamity, my grandfather was village elder of Bowbury. We tried, gods be good, we tried to reclaim his home, but to no avail. Passed away last year, he did. With his last breath, he spoke of a family heirloom, an axe passed down for generation. Now those red-belly whoresons use it to split wood, mocking us all the while. The 12 take me if I allow those bastards to besmirch grandfather's memory any longer. You'll bring it back for me, won't you? Guess I will. These guys are pushovers. It's easy. Bowberry Axe. These guys are all going to attack me as soon as I pick this up, right? No? All right. Seeing as I'm twice their level, I guess the game thinks that's probably unwise. Yeah, when I was working at the software company I was at once, we had a theft where somebody walked in and did just that with a MacBook Pro. Just walked into the office, pretended that they were somebody that worked there, grabbed whatever laptop was closest at hand, just walked out the door. And there were a couple of people who knew that he didn't work there who were like, so that was a thing. I wasn't around to see it, but it was an interesting story. Well, were you able to reclaim the axe from those bloody thieves? There you go. Just as grandfather always described it. You're a godsend, friend. Grandfather, I swear to you, the next time a red belly sees this axe, it'll be buried in his good-for-naught skull. Well, you know. We've got the Lave Mate. I don't think there are any more ground level quests to take care of here. So let's move on up to Whaler Wilfric and look down upon the rest just like you do. Wilfric of the Wood Whalers seeks an adventurer to root out poachers who have holed up in Quarry Mill. Bloody scofflaw, you'll not escape the Wood Whalers' justice. You, adventurer, one of those loathsome poachers has fled into the village and hides under our noses as we speak. You are to join the search effort at once. That's an order. Aye, aye, Captain, I guess. Ferret out the poacher hiding in Quarry Mill. Oh, nope. Nope. Expedition Bishop. No. Hiding in a nook back here somewhere? Arms supplier. Faramud Mefrid. Seek out and apprehend the runagate. Wherever said runagate might be. I would like to know how I'm supposed to know. Perhaps back here? Escaped poacher. Ah, that's how I will know. Don't hurt me, I beg of ye. I swear on me life, I never meant to do no wrong. But what with me brother sick and starving, when they promised me the money for medicine, what else was I to do? Ye have me word. From this day forth I'll earn me coin by honest work, or not at all. You'll show me mercy just this once, won't ye? 12 bless your gentle soul. Well, you're running away, so I guess I kind of have to. Fine, I'll be nice. Where's what's his nuts? Up there? Okay. Wilfric the Woodwhaler. The poacher escaped? Inexcusable! I should have known better than to entrust such a task to an adventurer. Those who defy the elementals must be served justice, or we shall all pay the price. You do well not to forget this. Yeah. And I mean, law and order is one thing. I get that. You know, there's a reason laws exist, laws and rules. You know, there's good reasons for laws to exist. Good reasons for rules to exist. If your team doesn't have good rules, chances are they're playing by their own and undermining each other unintentionally. So bear that in mind. Glamour Dispeller. No, I don't need Glamour Dispellers. I need Glamour Prisms. Adoc of Quarrymill has a culinary crisis on her hands. You couldn't have come at a better time, friend. I have a crisis on my hands here. What manner of crisis, you ask? Do you see this bottle of Munty sauce? It's empty, down to the last drop. Of course it's a crisis. Why, if our guards find their supper wanting for flavor, they're like as not to turn their lances on me instead of our foes. I doubt that. Might you travel to the Munty cellars and obtain some from Masher Aramont to save a poor culinarian from this dire fate? Sure. I can do that. Yeah, and as a leader too, that's another good thing to bring up is making sure that those who you are responsible for have what they need to do what they do. In this case, a culinarian does not have the ingredients to create a good tasting meal, which one could argue quite well that is a measure of how well they can do their job. Adoc's exhausted her supply again, has she? Told the woman time and again to order in bulk. I did, but she never listens. Hold your chocobos, friend. The next batch will be ready afore long. Silver wristlets. Silver gorget. Me. I'll take the silver pieces. Aramont. As an apprentice masher. Okay. Where's your Munty sauce, you say? Look, friend, Gridania wasn't built in a day. I'll tell you what, though. If you're so eager, how's about you help me put the finishing touches on my last batch? You just might learn a thing or two in the process. I just might at that. Here on these shelves, I keep my stock of secret spices. What gives my Munty sauce its distinctive punch, you ask? A perilla leaf, a dried dragon pepper, and an ons of shroud pepper. Just toss all three in the guile fat, and Joffrey will take care of the rest. When the sauce is done, you're free to take a bottle to Adoc. Not that that's like to put an end to her whinin'. I love how quaint some of these quests are. It's like, oh, go around, gather the spices, do the thing. And sometimes it is just as easy as that to help someone out, you know? Somebody comes and says, hey, the printer's out of paper. You could either be lazy and tell them you don't know where the paper is, even though you may, or you can say, hey, why don't I show you where the paper is so that the next time it runs out, if you're there, you can take care of it. Everybody wins. Then you can have a brief conversation as you go over. to get the paper. Doesn't have to be hard. Doesn't have to be intricate. Sometimes people just need a nudge in the right direction. Right, Joffrey? Have at. Oh, hello there. Apprenticing at the cellars for a day? Very well, then. 1 perilla leaf, 1 dried dragon pepper, and an ons of shroud pepper. And, Aramont's done it again. As thanks for your help, this bottle is on the house. Why, thank you. Uh-huh. Water! Okay. We need to go back to the village. Or to the camp, rather. Boy, it's just a dreary day in Eorzea. You're back. Oh, do tell me you've brought my Munty sauce. I swear to you, I just overheard a wood whaler talking about tossing me into the cauldron. You know, these wood whaler folks don't seem like they're that bad, but this is definitely an exaggeration. There you go. Ah, the distinctive mouth-watering aroma of Munty beans, topped off with Aramont's special blend of secret spices. No doubt, he has done it again. Thank you, friend. I dare say you've prevented a mutiny today. Skill speed 7, vitality 4, determination 2. Vitality and piety. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see. I need to go back to I know what I could do. You can now summon the Magitech armor mount. Nice. All right. Use back to Vesper Bay. Oh, Black Betty, Thanalan. Now I want to know character mount guide. Magitech armor. Cool. Oh, and it's even got the thingy. All right. See, this I feel a little better flying about because it's got wings. E? No? All right. Wistful Whitebeard. Nothing like staring out at the sea to bring an old man back to his glory days. Aye, the good old times when this whole life still lay ahead of him, and the greatest adventures were yet to be. Gah, don't you know better than to sneak up on your elders like that, young'un? You're trying to send me to an early grave. Not intentionally. Oh, not early as such. But don't tell me. I can see it just from the look of you. You're an adventurer. And an accomplished one at that, yes? You may not be the graybeard I am, but I reckon you've a memory or two you'd be keen on remembering. So what say you join me for a while before you return to the road? After all, sometimes reflecting on the past can be just what you need to discover the path you'd forge into the future. New Game Plus unlocked. You now have access to the New Game Plus system. New Game Plus allows you to relive the adventures of your past by replaying previous quests with your current character data. Oh. To replay old quests with the New Game Plus, open the New Game Plus interface located under Duty in the main menu. Select the chapter you wish to experience anew. Oh, that's cool. Special rules and conditions will apply when replaying quests with New Game Plus. For detailed information, please review the help text in the New Game Plus menu. Very cool. I like it. I like it. I've been wanting to learn that dance, but I don't know where to learn it. I know you can learn it. I don't know where one would do such a thing. Okay. Independent armor fitter. Actually, that reminds me. Recommended gear. Nothing changes. Okay, that's fine. I wanted to get stuff repaired, so I need to go to the armor mender. Repair. Nothing needs repairing. Okay. Poked a bunch of stuff and doesn't need mending. All right, so we are back in Vesper Bay. And actually, I think I'm going to call it for tonight. It's just been kind of a blah kind of day, and feeling like I want to kick back and enjoy the rest of my evening. Buy me onesie for a little bit. So, face go. So thank you guys for joining me for this little escapade. A little bit shorter this evening than most, but I enjoyed it. Running some side quests, doing some fun shenanigans with voices, and throwing a little bit of leadership in there. As always, don't forget, lots of free leadership and confidence building materials on the website here. I am a professional leadership coach and consultant who has dealt with all sorts of different situations related to those things. So go there, check it out, see if there's anything that's worthwhile to you. And until next time, remember, stay curious, my friends.